have a go at this green. I think that was all he had in the bag right there. Oh, good shot. Right in front of the green.
Not a very good bounce, was it, Murph?
Not a very good bounce.
Well, join us at the famed grass courts at Wimbledon. Andre Agassi, one of only 5 men to achieve tennis's career Grand Slam. He is back at the All England Club, where he captured his first major win a decade ago, beginning Saturday, June 29th. Championships at Wimbledon, coming to NBC just 2 weeks from today. Tiger Woods looking for his 7th major championship in the last 11 major championships contested. 8th overall, and no birdies on his card today, +1, but still enjoys a 5-shot lead.
Well, he could shoot the next 3 nines, 1 over each one of them, and probably win this thing 9 out of 10 times. So he's doing good stuff.
At the 12th.
That was good stuff, too. Mickelson's par.
And at the 10th, Woods with this long birdie attempt, Roger.
Just about a 50-footer. And this putt downhill and will move to his left. Pretty good swing to his left.
Trying to get the feel of the pace of that right hand only there.
I love the way he reads long putts, Johnny. It's like he reads them in segments. He gets about halfway down the line, takes a look from there, and then he gets about another third of the way down and glances back. And I just think he chops it up into small pieces.
Caddy Steve Williams is tending the flagstick, standing well behind the hole.
It's a good-looking putt.
You can see from his comments after these shots that he's frustrated.
13.
And Robert Allenby. This is a try for eagle. Very difficult. Has to run on the green, then up the hill. And that was offline, and that'll go backwards and sideways. Very fortunate it stopped right there. Bit of a misread on his part. So the last 2 holes, he's had a birdie and an eagle try, and didn't hit very good putt on either one. Actually, that was a chip because he was off the green. And back at 12 in the fairway, Sergio now.
He can play that cut, can he? Mark?
Well, he can, Johnny. It would be easier to play out of the fairway, though. Even though this intermediate rough is not that high, it still is much tougher to curve the ball out of here.
You got a good group here, Mark, with Maggart and Garcia. Any feelings about what's going on? I know you got plenty of time before he draws the club back.
No question about that. Yeah, certainly it's a different Sergio Garcia than we saw yesterday. I really thought that yesterday his sort of emotional outburst hurt him. He was playing quite well until he started getting agitated by the water. He has not putted really particularly well today. Missed 4 or 5 makeable putts, all of them to the right. Maggart has been rock solid with the putter, though. Just from 204.
Full location over on the right. You don't want to miss this to the right.
He is curving it back toward the hole, just left of it. A little bit short, pretty good. Very nice. Not a time to get too greedy.
There's your scorecard. Birdied the first. Bogey 3. Birdied 4. It's a little up and down, but a much more controlled young man today than we saw yesterday.
10th. Tiger Woods still with a lot of work for his par putt. And Johnny, here's the kind of expressions he's been showing that you've been talking about.
Yeah, this is about the third one of those, like, go in, come on, come on. Oh, darn. I helped him on that one.
So a little left here, Roger, for par.
There is just about 3.5 feet. Might move a little bit to his right. Patrick Harrington has already missed his birdie putt.
Has not three-putted the green this week. It's quite a feat on 7,000 square foot greens.
And still hasn't. Woods remains at 4 under, 5 clear. A four-way tie for second behind him. Garcia, Allenby, Maggart, and his playing competitor Harrington. Speaking of Allenby, over at 13.
For birdie, a chance to get to even par. Oh. So that's 2 engine failures on the last 2 holes.
And we move to the 15th. 459-yard par 4, playing as the most difficult hole on the golf course today. Justin Leonard with his second shot up the hill. 201 yards. Looked like he mouthed, I whipped it. It comes up well short, finds that deep bunker that guards the front of this green, 8 to 10 feet below the level of the putting surface. You see Justin not happy with that.
Well, in the midst of our 6.5 hours of coverage here on this third round of this U.S. Open Championship. Quick look at the present leaderboard with Tiger Woods at 4 under, 5 clear of Garcia, Allenby, Maggart, and Harrington. Again, he began the day with a 3-shot lead over Padraig Harrington. So let's give you an idea of what has already happened earlier in this round. If you're just joining us, Sergio Garcia, who has won off the first round lead, began the day 7 back of Tiger. And it looked like this would be a good opening sign. At the par 4 first, Garcia's second helped produce a birdie, and right away Sergio was at +1. Phil Mickelson began the day 8 shots behind Tiger. Tough start for him, but he began to chip away. Mickelson had 3 consecutive birdies to end his front 9. He's currently at +2. Maggart showing brilliant creativity at the par 3/8 on that steep slope, beating it down, and Maggart would end up saving his par. Again, no bogeys on Maggart's card all day long. He's +1 through 11. And then Garcia, a birdie on the same hole. And Garcia was 2 under, out 33 after his front 9. Nick Faldo at age 44, taking advantage of a special exemption, has really moved up the leaderboard. There's a birdie at 3, which falls. Faldo, a 66 today. That birdie at 17 falls. And then Tiger and Padraig Harrington finally got things going in the final group. Harrington had numerous par saves to begin his round, but finally picked up his first bogey of the day at the 3rd. Fell to -1 in the meantime. Tiger was relying on the putting stroke, but picked up his first bogey of the day at the 5th. All the rest have been pars. He just has not been able to capture the same type of magic in his putter that he had certainly on the first day and through 2 rounds of this championship. Robert Allenby among those who have made a good move. Allenby, 30th ranked player in the world, with a birdie there at the 10th, and then this second shot at the par 4 11th. Allenby began the day at +4. And that was a beauty that produced another birdie to get him to 4 under for the championship. He has since bogeyed the 12th to drop to +1. And now live at 13, Mickelson continues the chase.
And he's chasing this one towards the green on the par 5. And it's a beauty. That left for eagle. Time to to get some wind under his wings, that's for sure.
Well, he was stuck in between clubs there, Murph, in between 3-wood and 2-iron. Just killed that 2-iron from 249.
And here is Tiger at the tee at 11, 435 yards.
That steel shaft is metalwood 3-wood.
Good ball. Give me a lie.
I thought it was in the rough, but it's actually in the fairway. He says, give me a lie.
We don't know until you go out to the fairway or not. Let's
Sergio from the front of the green. Up and over in the green there. Very close. Getting quite a warm applause today from the gallery, and they were chanting USA.
only to perturb Mr. Garcia just a little bit more.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that.
14th tee, Allenby.
Easy golf hole right here. There's an 8-iron from 152 yards. Should be looking at birdie here with a good shot, but not bad.
The last kind of break before you head across the road, head to the final four, and you begin at this treacherous par 4, Gary.
Well, this just a moment ago, Justin Leonard's third. This hole cut about 5 or 6 paces over the ridge.
It's going to come back, isn't it?
Yes, it will, John. It is going to come all the way back to the front of the green. It's one of the reasons why this hole has been the most difficult on the golf course. It is the most sloped green, the most difficult to putt on the entire back nine. Now live for par.
I think Tillinghast was wearing horns when he did this one.
Now, tough putt now. Up this ridge. Moves hard to the right. Most of the players not reading enough break.
Oh, that's a lot of slope there, Gary. Look at that. He's going, you got to be kidding me. Stop.
Back to 11.
And Tiger, who has found his ball just on the edge of the fairway out there, Roger.
158 to the hole. Has a 9-iron out. What window is helping slightly.
Yes, Washington. No, I would say that couldn't you take the 8-iron? Yeah, I mean, you hit the right shot. There's no need to play the right.
Yeah, Tiger's after, should I play safe to the right, Roger? And Steve Williams would say, hey, hit right at it. It's a nice look from there, Roger. Are you handy? 158 yards. They'll be playing a little trap draw that is coming back.
Boy, it looks good. If it gets up, no, it's going to draw back off.
Fade of Vinny at 11. Back to the tee, and how about the swing view on Tiger?
Well, this is his newly put in the bag 3-wood. Watch how wide and how big. Look at that stretch. You got to be kidding me. And then the famous squat, load up the thighs. Come on down. Look at the left wrist is bowed slightly. Thumbs in perfect shape. Look at the leg drive. And that is athletic, and that is tough on your back, that position right there. That is amazing. That is so, look at the left foot hop back like some guy named Johnny Miller used to. And look at that bowed position, and that sort of makes me a little tired just looking at that. There's a lot of energy going into that swing. But that's not a happy Tiger today.
And up to the 13th. And Phil Mickelson and Bones having a look at this putt, trying to get to even par. Jim Melford?
Well, that was a big iron shot he hit out there, Murph. Put it in a nice spot. He's still got a foot of break, though. This is not an easy putt.
Very difficult hole location here. I was surprised, quite frankly, to see it there. But this is the U.S. Open Championship.
I don't think they're really letting up on the boys out here at all, Murph.
This is a longer version of Nick Faldo's birdie, isn't it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. Having a lot of discussion. I think I've watched Phil and And Bones talk about putts a lot, and sometimes I feel that he's so hung up on direction that his speed does get off a bit. So it's time to put it all together. Justin Leonard, I'm told, doubled the 15th. For Eagle.
That's that speed you were talking about, huh, Murph?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a very good read, but it just raced past the hole, never had a chance to break.
And at 14, Allenby for birdie.
Not a hard putt, really. Just a slight break. Right. Whoa! It's looking good at halfway.
And we'll remain at +1. Across the road over to 15 as we go over to 11. And Tiger Woods saw his approach shot roll back down off the green. Roger?
Well, about 55 feet from the hole, and there is a pitch mark in the fringe, just some 3 feet in front of his ball. So it'd be on his line if you wanted to putt. I saw him looking at it, but he is not allowed to repair that. He knows that, so now electing to chip the ball. He'll have to bump it into the false front immediately in front of him, and then it will swing some to his right. Mighty hard. He actually chipped it up across most of that false front.
You surprised he didn't hit the 3-wood there? He usually does.
Well, he had that pitch mark in his mark,
and he didn't want to go across.
Yeah.
Well, David, what about clarify the repairing of a divot off the green, which you can't do there?
Well, Roger's absolutely right. He can't do that. If he were to do it, it would be a 2-shot penalty for improving his line of play under Rule 13-2. I suspect that pitch mark was his, but it doesn't matter whose pitch mark it is. When your ball is off the green, you can't repair imperfections that are off the green.
I don't think a lot of amateurs know about that. I mean, the golf that I play, I've seen a number of players do that. Harrington's third.
Very, very quick chip, and he just threw the club right underneath the ball.
It's getting better by the minute.
Back to 13.
And Phil Mickelson for birdie. He's had 4 today. Nice putt. Nice birdie. Very nice birdie. Phil hit the ball on the green in 2, and that's how you take care of business on par 5s.
How about Mickelson's move up the leaderboard after bogeying 2 of the first 3 of the first 5. 13 again.
Back out to Sergio. He's in the heavy rough there, Mark.
He's just a foot into it, 253 yards. I don't think any chance to get it there.
These greens, some of the fastest players have seen in a long, long time.
Fastest ever in the U.S. Open, no doubt about it.
The rain might have slowed them down a little bit.
Not much. That's the biggest misnomer there is. You can have pretty darn wet greens, and when they're running like Oakmont or here, it makes no effect on them on speed.
Mickelson at 14 and the easiest hole this week.
Ripped a high, hard 9-iron. There should land behind the hole with some spin.
Mickelson was 10 shots behind Tiger Woods just 7 holes ago. Now he trails by 5. And a tie for second. And he might trail by fewer than that if Tiger can't get this one to go down.
This is when you have to make an absolutely perfect read, Roger. You have to just touch this. So any break is magnified like 3 times. You know what I mean, Roger?
I agree. This is a putt that you really have to concern yourself with the speed if you try to hit it firmly at all. When it doesn't go, or you catch an edge, like you said, you're going to have a healthy putt coming back.
So it'll be interesting to see if he has the confidence to hit this where it'll go 6 feet by, which is the way he would make it the most often, or whether he's just going to touch it. You can see that practice stroke is about a 1-inch backswing. So you better read it right.
In the hole!
Let's see if it had hit that harder, it would have gone in every time, but that thing just died straight left when it just lost its speed. So Tiger Woods is narrowing, you know, everybody's been thinking that this thing's out of reach, but he doesn't watch out. He's got some tough holes coming up, too.
Still does lead by 1 more than he did at the start of the round, but Mickelson charging and Garcia charging a little bit. He just did not have the same game he's had on Thursday and Friday. +2 on his round today. Over to 14, Billy Mayfair.
That was an 8-iron by Billy. Good shot.
Sergio set to go now.
He's got 72 yards, Murph. I believe he'll try and fly it past the pin. Bring it back.
You just watched Billy Mayfair's ball back all the way off the green. Tender now. Slow. Very well played. Maggart's ball, I'm sorry.
So this is one Sergio needs to get in, I think, Bob.
Yes, and that was a well-played shot. He knew exactly what he had to do after watching Jeff's ball. Looking quizzically. Help Sergio go to even par.
Well, what will unfold in final Championship Sunday here in the U.S. Open tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Time. We begin our coverage. Tiger Woods. What will the outcome end up today, and what will the outcome end up tomorrow as Tiger goes for his 2nd Open Championship?
And if you're a qualified golf nut, you watch all 6.5 hours of it with me right there with you.
13 total hours if you can handle it with Johnny Miller and company
on the weekend.
Murph?
And back on the tee at 12. Tiger now, and you see from our diagram, ideally a big high draw would work just fine.
Well, this ball not drawing much, but it looks to be on a pretty good line.
Hammered right from the left side of the fairway. That's a beauty. Some unusual driving holes out here with interference in front of you. You can't see the fairway. A lot of uncomfortable drives. Let's take a look again at this shot. This from the MetLife blimp. Take a look at this. That's how much of this he cuts off. Over to the left. That's 265 yards there. That landed about 275. Look at the longest holes in the U.S. Open history. That is right here. That's Paige Black at 499 yards. The 10th, 492. And further down the list, that Paige Black, number 7.
At the 15th, Robert Allenby's 2nd shot, 177 yards up that hill. Starts it to the right. Can afford to draw. Oh, it does. Hole high. That'll stay right there. So Robert Allenby with a good second shot at the most difficult green to hit in regulation today. We'll go back to 14.
And Mickelson with a chance for another birdie here. This to get within 3. 13.
Sergio for birdie. Just a light bump he put on that. So you feel like you wasted one. You only have 2 par 5s out here to take advantage of. Earlier, this Jeff Maggart from the front. Putting back up the hill that he just threw the ball down. He thought he made it. He had his fist in the air. So another disappointment. So Tiger Woods is not real happy with his game either. We'll be right back at the U.S. Open Championship.
A light turned upside down because police say one man chose to drink and drive. Lily's fight to survive. Sudden impact. An all-new Tom Brokaw special. Tuesday, 10/9 Central.
For a true golfing experience, visit the Highlands Golf Course in Post Falls, Idaho. We greet you with personal service before you step to the first tee. Hungry? Order at the ninth tee.
The Highlands Grill.
Yes, I'd like a cheeseburger, order of French fries, and a soda, please.
Okay, we'll have that ready for you.
Thank you.
And pick it up on your way to the back nine. All of this makes for a great day on a beautiful course. The Highlands Golf Course in Post Falls, Idaho. We take care of you.
How much time do you have to get AT&T cable TV for under $10 a month? Only 4 days. Now's the time to get all your local channels for under $10 per month for 3 months, and professional installation is free. Get up to 16 local stations, including must-haves like Northwest Cable News and WGN. Hurry, there's only 4 days left to call 1-866-GO-CABLE and get free installation and cable TV for under $10 a month. Don't wait, sale ends June 19th, so call now. The clock's ticking. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE today.
For breaking news,
turn to Q6, your local news station.
The 102nd U.S. Open is brought to you by Morgan Stanley. One passion, one mission, one principle, one client at a time. By Polo.com. Shop the world of Ralph Lauren golf just a click away. And by Titleist, the #1 ball in golf.
Just a 152-yard hole.
Tiger's dodging some bullets.
It's like a magnetic field out there that just repels anybody that gets within too close a range.
This is a birdie chance, just like the last hole was. He doesn't. I don't like that follow through.
Just a little bit right of the flag.
Well, maybe it will work. And Garcia, who was unable to take advantage. Take that, New York.
Cucaracha.
What a shot by Garcia. It'll be a kick-in birdie to get it even, and now he is within 3 of Tiger Woods.
That was a different follow-through by him. It was like he had sort of let go of the tension. Maybe that's the secret.
How about that reaction by Sergio?
Look at him. Oh, yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah, that's good. You talk about entertaining.
Because I can make that one.
Let's go to 15.
And the birdie putt for Robert Allenby up the hill. Big breaker to the left. Only 3 birdies here at 15 today.
How much break, Gary?
Oh, a couple of feet easily, and you have to hit it firmly, Johnny. He did. He hit it firmly. Robert Allenby, the even par. 3 shots to the lead. And listen to this crowd around the 15th green. They love it. Right around Allenby has going 4 under par.
It's going to be quickly, Gary, 2 players within 3 of Woods. As Garcia heads up to the 14th for a mere formality. It's a great feeling, Johnny, to have a birdie at 14 because he's about to cross the road for the final 4 here at Bethpage. It's been the whole day just meandering out on that long yardage, 1 through 14, and then you cross the road and 4 in a row, very tough holes. beginning with Gary Koch's 15.
And Maggart's got a shot at getting even also.
And there's 14, and there's the road that will cross over to the tee at 15, as Garcia taps in for an easy birdie, too, at 14.
He's doing that just in case Maggart misses. He won't be putting through fresh footprints.
New York likes the winner, don't they? Now they're seeming like they're behind Garcia after he's had his issues with this gallery all week long.
I think 9 out of 10 love them, and then there's that other one that's not sure what they're thinking, but they're thinking whatever they do.
Well, there was more than one chanting USA, USA a few moments ago.
Yeah.
Mark Rolfe?
Well, there is some kind of a small incident, I would say, on almost every hole, whether it's yelling about the waggle or USA or whatever, but he has dealt with it extremely well today. And I will say this is the loudest gallery I've ever heard at any kind of a golf tournament ever. And it's tough to deal with sometimes.
That's what we expected. Over to 12.
Well, and you talk about loud. That's the reception that Tiger got here. It's for birdie now, up the hill.
What does this do, Murph?
It works a little to the left, up at the top. And Roger Maltby, he's just not quite on today, is he?
Well, no, he just hasn't been able to get unclogged, I guess, if that'd be the right word. He just hasn't got going.
And guys, to illustrate that fact, this is going to be a statistic which is somewhat hard to believe. Only 6 players in the field today without a birdie, and Tiger Woods is one of them. They also include Daly and Maruyama, who had that 67 yesterday. So Woods not used to being on lists like that on a Saturday at a major. A moment ago, Jeff Maggart and his birdie try at the par 3, looking to join Garcia with a birdie too. So Maggart also moves to even par, and Woods has some company. Along with Garcia and Allenby, Maggart is 3 back in that tie for second as we go to the tee at 16.
479-yard par 4. Tee shot some 60 feet downhill to the fairway.
Swung awful hard there, Gary.
Yeah, it did, Johnny, and that looks like it's headed right.
Looks like he just, well, might be in a...
If it's far enough right, it could be okay.
Looks like he was just rearing back and slamming it, and he just couldn't get the club around.
Over at 15, Mickelson with his second.
179 to hole, 176, so it won't come back at him. It looks good, just left.
Well, that should funnel toward the hole. It should continue to pick up speed. Will it keep trickling? Oh, that will leave a super quick putt. That is Mickelson's 11th fairway that he has hit of the 12 that he has played today, and that has been a key. Now let's take a look at the 15th. 459 yards, and there's actually another tee, another 20 yards back that the grandstand sits on. Very level tee shot out to this area. Fairway bunker on the right-hand side was eliminated in the renovation, but now the elevation climb as you go up to the green. And it is the most severe green here on the black course. All right, there is the bunkering in front. And there you move up to the level of the green where Mickelson's ball is. Mayfair's ball also on the correct level.
Gary, from the second shot up to that green, what is the rise, about 20, 30 feet?
Oh, at least that, Johnny, yeah. Yeah, I would say easily that. It has been, as I mentioned, the most difficult green on the golf course to hit in regulation today.
Is Mickelson going to have trouble if he doesn't make it, keep it inside 3-4 feet?
Yeah, he does. If he gets that putt rolling, and if it were to, say, catch the top edge of the hole, Johnny, he could easily run it 8-10 feet by. Back on the tee, Jeff Maggart.
Beautiful setup. Just a gorgeous golf swing.
He has driven the ball very well today, Johnny. This one's down the left-hand side.
Okay, got a good hop. Got a very good hop. Just catches the left edge of the fairway. The 13.
And Tiger set to play a blind driving shot. Actually, you want to play sort of at the cut you can see on the tee in front. Reachable par 5 today, 554 yards for Tiger.
He's had a lot of trouble on this hole off the tee, right? He's hit it in the fescue a couple times, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's due for a good one.
Now this is a good-looking tee shot going down the center of the fairway.
And it is fairway.
Now back over at 15, and Mark Rolfing, what's going on?
There's been another incident, little trash talking, little taunting from a guy in the stands, and Sergio turned around and stared him down, but I think he's ready to play now.
Catches up to you in the U.S. Open. Now it's nice to see some of the fans appreciating Garcia, and it's hard not to. Plays with a lot of emotion, but a youthful exuberance as well.
You know, the decibel level once you cross that road goes up a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, it's obviously the most convenient place to watch the golf, the last 4 holes over there, and when bag's gone already. 17. Moment ago, Justin Leonard for his birdie. Lots of activity around those final 4 holes, including a roar there for Leonard, who got it to +3, and now we're live again across the way at 15.
Nicholson's birdie putt, huge swing to the right. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Yes! What a great putt. Mickelson now to even par. What a comeback for him after a horrible start. A couple of early bogeys.
After the 3rd hole, he was 5 over par for the championship. He's now even.
And besides Tiger, Gary, you'd think that by the way they were cheering on Mickelson earlier in this championship, that, you know, if Tiger's not the favorite, this guy is just the 2nd favorite adopted by this New York crowd.
I would think there are a lot of people here that would love to see him win his first major championship. They know how close he's been in the past. And right now, you think Phil Mickelson isn't glad he made a change of putter? This new one has worked extremely well today. Ray Fair taps in for his par. He'll remain at 2 over. But it's Phil Mickelson creating the noise at 15 now. Listen to the crowd.
That high point of the golf course there, Gary, at 15, as Mickelson goes over to the other high point over there at the 16 tee. Lots of energy and jam-packed action here.
Well, just a moment ago, this was the 2nd shot for Allenby. Drove it far enough right. Decent lie. That's from 186 yards. Carries the putting surface, but out of the rough. Will it hold? Just nestles up against the primary cut.
Check in with Dudley Hart, his 2nd shot at the 18th.
Give you a preview of what the leaders are going to face.
Boy, he's doing well coming down the stretch here. Johnny Birdie's at 16 and 17.
Dudley.
And look at that one. Dudley do-right, 18. Dudley had that 69 on Thursday. He was just a couple shots out of the lead. faded with a 76 yesterday, but bringing it back nicely on the way home with a trio of birdies to end it. In fact, 4 in the last 6 holes for a third round 70 for Dudley Hart, +5 for the championship.
Playing with Charles Howell, who's yet to meet his measure of his talent.
15.
Well, Jeff Maggart's ball looks like a little piece of grass. Long wispy stuff underneath the ball. Of course, unable to move it. Afraid the ball might move.
It's got 194 yards, Gary.
Get up on that right side. Get up.
Asking for it to go. Will it get up enough? Boy, that is a well-played shot. That is the flattest part of this green, and there is not much of this green that's flat.
Sergio Garcia now going to have to lay up from the left-hand rough. And Gary, as we walked up the fairway, Sergio came over to me, looked at me and said, "Don't you love it?" And I said, "What about you?" He goes, "I love it." He goes, "I absolutely love it."
I think he feeds off it, Rolf. I really do.
He said, "Mark, if I wasn't here, who would they make fun of?"
Well, it's a great attitude to have. You might as well use it as a motivator.
The thing is, he's over the ball so long, Gary and Mark, that, you know,
eventually it's going to happen if you stand over it that long.
I mean, you're over 20 seconds or 30 seconds, and it's like somebody's going to do something.
That ball toward the end of the fairway will leave a third shot of under 90 yards. The 13.
And Tiger Woods ready to go. Roger Maltby, his yardage.
There's 244 to the hole right in front of the green. Got a 3-iron, Murph. Great opportunity here.
Great opportunity. You just do not want to miss this to the right. A lot of room on the left.
Hit very high, left of the hole.
Well played. Long curling putt for Eagle. It just may happen. He hadn't made a birdie all day, so if he makes that, he'll still be without a birdie. But rather unusual day for Tiger Woods, but it's allowed some of the other fellows to get back into this golf tournament. Phil Mickelson, 5 birdies on the day. Sergio playing very well as well. So all of a sudden, it's a different U.S. Open championship than when you opened your paper this morning and saw that Tiger had a commanding lead, and Mickelson charging, and this one rooting for it, talking to it.
Technology is driving me wild. Oh yeah, baby, I can't stop dreaming of the desktop. I want this new style. Tell me it's wrong. It takes the people to turn me on. I'm hot for the desktop.
New computers sure look good.
What computers?
I'm hot for the desktop. With new desktop.
Afraid to face your retirement plan? Sun America can help. Just ask your financial advisor. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
You know what my Nike contract says? That I don't have to play the equipment if I found something better. How's that for pressure?
It's like I can't participate in life. I'm too busy worrying. I don't sleep at night. I'm thinking about my friends and thinking about my family.
You know, your worst fears, the what ifs, and I can't control it, and I'm always worrying about everything.
So no, I don't tell people about my anxiety. Everyone thinks I'm overreacting.
It's like I never get a chance to relax. At work, I'm tense about stuff at home.
I'm texting about stuff at work.
If you're one of the millions of people who live with uncontrollable worry, anxiety, and several of these symptoms for 6 months or more, you could be suffering from generalized anxiety disorder, and a chemical imbalance could be to blame. Paxil works to correct this imbalance to relieve anxiety. Prescription Paxil is not for everyone. Tell your doctors what medicines you're taking. Side effects may include decreased appetite, dry mouth, sweating, nausea, constipation, sexual side effects, tremor, fatigue, or sleepiness. Don't stop taking Paxil before talking with your doctor. People taking MAOIs or thiaridazine should not take Paxil. Paxil is non-habit forming.
Facing the day is easier. I feel like me again.
Back at the 15th, Sergio Garcia ready for his third shot. Mark Rolfing.
78 yards, Gary. He knows the distance. He walked all the way up to the crest of the hill in the middle of the green.
I've seen almost no one get it up and down from the bottom of this hill. Most spin the ball too much. Boy, that was beautifully played. Wasn't it, Johnny? Brought it in low so it wouldn't spin.
To quote a lot of other announcers, you never know how good that is unless you were down there. I mean, that is something else right there, to put it underneath the hole and not back it off the green.
Right, to carry it the right distance and then control the spin.
More guys make 6 from there than there are making 4. Isn't that accurate?
Yes, absolutely. Up at 16, this a moment ago. Robert Allenby for par. Remember his second shot through the green? No.
You can tell he's pretty pumped up.
So he makes bogey, drops to 1 over. Now live back in the fairway, Mickelson getting ready for his second shot.
That's 171 yards, tracking the yardage just a couple times. Should be a full bore 8-iron, and it cannot miss right.
Good hole location for the shot he normally likes to play, though. A little left to right draw. A little left of the hole. All right, good safe shot. Mickelson and Mayfair came over last Wednesday afternoon after their Pro-Am at the Westchester event to play a practice round together, and here they are paired together in the third round. We go back to 13.
And Roger Mulvey, while Tiger is looking, I can tell you the last 5 or 6 feet of this really fast and really goes right.
Well, about halfway through the putt, it starts becoming more dramatically downhill. And if he gets it, 4 or 5 feet past the hole, it can go off the green.
I've seen that today. Slow down.
At 15, Garcia slides in for his par. Oh, Jeff Maggart putted before him, left it short, but made his par. Maggart, the only man in the field without a bogey today, remains at even, as does Garcia. They trek up the hill to the long par 4 16th. Back at 13.
Bad news is he hit a poor first putt. Good news is he's still putting for birdie here.
Roger, wouldn't you say this is one of the few rounds you've seen Tiger play like the way we play?
Well, yes.
I mean, you're not supposed to knock it by, you do it anyway. You know? You've been there, right?
Oh, boy.
They don't hit it too hard, bang, too hard.
That's one of the reasons I got this microphone in my hand. This from just inside 15 feet now. And, it just, he came out in focus, obviously, and really has not lost his concentration all day. Has not been distracted. There's been no problems like that, but he just hasn't been able to get it going. It's just been a struggle from start to this point in the round.
two very good shots too, Roger. You just put it in a position in which you can easily make a mistake. You race it by the hole.
How big is this putt, guys, you think? I just want your opinion. I mean, he hasn't made a birdie all day.
I think it's pretty big. I really do.
I think it's big because it's a three putt if he misses it, so it's a little more than, you know, making a mistake and just making par. Very unusual day. We'll go to 16.
And another birdie putt for Phil Mickelson. This could be moving a little to his right. Did he hit it? Did he hit it?
Putts tracking right now, you know that, Gary. Tomorrow might be a heck of a day also.
Now, Johnny, that will now be, when he taps that one in, 24 putts through 16 holes. Each of the first two rounds, he had 31 putts. Went to the different putter today. Obviously, a wise decision. Back to 13.
And Harrington now for his birdie. You should well know this. Tracks off to the right. Center cut. Had to wait quite a while for that. Had a lot of thoughts about it, I'll bet.
You're getting a lot of guys sneaking up on him, huh, Bob?
Yeah, the scene has changed, hasn't it?
It used to be a three-shot lead at the start of the day, but the next guy was so far behind. Now all of a sudden you're sitting there, three guys at even par within 3 shots, and a couple more guys 1 over, and a couple more guys 2 over. So it's a whole new ball game.
Well, he's having a slow day, but still leads by 3.
His first 3-putt of the championship. Tiger Woods, when he was putting for eagle at 13, settles for par. On this par 70 golf course with just 2 par 5s. And now Justin Leonard. A moment ago, his second shot, 141 left, coming up the hill at 18.
Second 8-iron.
Turnover.
Turnover, of course, and be stiff. Spin right down by the fault line.
Beautiful shot by Leonard. So Leonard, after a birdie at 17, birdied 18 as well. Great finish for Leonard, and a 68 for Justin Leonard, who is now in a tie for 7th, just 5 shots behind.
His game is looking better all the time.
Over at 17, Allenby for par. 4 back of Woods. No. Allenby doing so well just a couple of holes ago, was 4 under on his round, but bogeys at 16 and 17. He is now going to drift 5 behind Woods. Well, the Wimbledon preview show coming your way next Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time on NBC. Who will win this year on the famed lawns of the All England Club? This is a special preview of the championships. Wimbledon next Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time on NBC. Talked about the fans who have embraced Tiger Woods at this championship. Look at them, just riveted on him. And Tiger, as he always is in every tournament, just straight ahead. As he goes by another throng of New York fans who you just look at the look on their faces. They're just so happy to be so close to this guy. It's amazing.
Well, best golfer that ever hit a golf ball, if you ask me. I mean, I always thought Nicklaus was, but to me, he's passed him up already.
And they never thought they would dream of the day when the #1 player in the world would come to their course with this much history on the line. Now at 14, Harrington on a very birdieable par 3.
9-iron. Ball hit very, very high, just left of the hole.
Good shot by Harrington.
Well, we know Tiger's got a lot of tricks in his bag, and he can reach down deep. And right now, he needs to reach down and turn his momentum. There's a gloom hanging over him, and there's no magic. There's no light in his game. He's making mistakes like that, blowing that putt by in the last hole. He's doing things that other people do. He needs to just knock it close and make it.
Leading by 3, but agitated over that comment there. It's taken on kind of the feel of a tennis match. You know, at a big tennis match where people comment, they make comments right before the players get ready to serve, and then there's a quiet please from the chair umpire. But it's an atmosphere that we really haven't seen on the golf course.
Yeah. It's a New York state of mind is what it is.
This is a 9-iron as well.
Roger?
This ball very high and turning left of the hole. Not a particularly good shot, John, really, huh?
Yeah, it's getting better by the minute, but it surely wasn't one of them that would thrill him. But he can make that.
Well, we go across the road, head over to the par 3 17th, and look at the fans lining this par 3. Both sides of the yard as Mickelson steps in at even par.
Tiny target over to the right on the front. 5-iron.
Right at it, guys.
Beautiful shot right over the stick by Mickelson. Again, 10 shots behind Tiger, just 10 holes ago. Now he trails by just 3, 16.
Just a moment ago.
A little left. Come on.
Yelling for it to get left. Well, it carries. It gets a forward bounce. Good shot by Jeff Maggart. Now live to Sergio with his second.
Maggart had played from 193. This is Garcia from 177. And it is very loud right now. And they are going to back him off of this shot.
Be quiet with him. You guys be quiet in the stand, please. You're asking for much. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Get back on the job.
Could be just a good 7-iron, I would think, Gary, for Garcia. A location over on the right side.
Yep, setting up a little left mark like he's going to try to play a high cut.
It is not cutting. In fact, it's drawing just a little.
Well, not bad. Within 20 feet or so of the hole.